What up, y'all? Hey, man. Salute to y'all, man. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in. If you're tuning in and you watch this live, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and comment. You don't have to agree with anything I say, but feel free to comment. I would just say respect the community guidelines. You know what I'm saying? Keep it professional if need be. But anyway, I want to talk about these steroid allegations that are coming out about LeBron James. Um, it seems like it's a cover up because every time someone who is known reveals some truth or exposes LeBron for being on steroids or being on steroids at one point in time, the media brilliantly shifts the narrative and they distract people from that discussion. And next thing you know, they're talking about something else, like LeBron James sitting next to Jeannie Buss or something have to do with LeBron James and not being as faithful to his wife. That's a distraction to me. I'm not buying it. It's not. I'm not buying it at all. Like they're only allowing those rumors to come out now because LeBron James and these steroid allegations is getting more serious now. More people are talking about it. More people are coming out exposing him about it. It's not just regular people like us who um, could be viewers or people who can be bloggers, but it's everybody now. You know, it's Chael Sonnen. Kevin Garnett slipped up and called LeBron Balco, or he said he on that Balco. So it's getting serious, and I feel like the media they're trying to brilliantly shift the narrative and distract everybody with something else, so we won't focus in on what's really going on. But like they say, God don't like ugly, and the truth always comes to light. So one way or the other, LeBron's gonna have to face these allegations, and he's gonna have to eventually address it, say something, because these are some serious allegations and accusations. So why would you not come out and say, "Hey man, that's BS. I don't know who came up with this. I don't know who's been talking about this, but bruh, I got receipts, I got proof. I can take a test, whatever." I highly doubt LeBron is going to do that because he's way in too deep in his lifestyle. For someone to say that they spend over $1 million on their body a year, which is already suspect. Like, who has to spend $1 million on their body just to feel like they can perform at a high level during the season? I don't see nobody else doing that. You got to ask yourself, how did LeBron James become a billionaire? His shoes don't sell half as much as Jordan's shoes. We know why Jordan is a billionaire. He has multiple businesses and different things going on. It seems like LeBron James, I'm gonna look up the we're gonna have to do our Googles, but I can almost bet LeBron James wasn't a billionaire before 2020. But it seems like after Kobe dies, allegedly, everything I say in this video allegedly is allegedly. After Kobe dies, the day after he passes him up in all-time scoring, and after he passes away, it seems like after that bubble season, pretty much, LeBron James, his net worth, his fame, and these GOAT talks about him has increased, elevated more and more. He's already a Zionist. He's already a Satanist. So maybe he's been doing a whole lot of rituals and participating in weird stuff, a little strange for a piece of change, just to get to the level he's at right now. Because never in the history of sports have we ever seen a billionaire actively playing in a sport. Like if you're a billionaire, why you still need to play? Oh, it's about legacy now. Oh, now you're trying to ensure that you're the GOAT, even though you didn't surpass a lot of people in accomplishments like championships and winning. But oh, they figured, okay, let's get him all the stats we can get him. Let's make him the all-time scorer in the league, and then nobody will have any doubt that he's the best in the world. Really? No, that's a fraudulent legacy, buddy. Because you already left Cleveland. You went to multiple teams to do what you do, and you're a sore loser. You hate losing, but when you lose, you don't lose with honor or respect. You lose and you power. You walk off like a little spoiled brat child that's mad that they didn't get their way. It's like LeBron James just wants the world to revolve around him. LeBron James literally really wants people to worship him, and people are getting mad. LeBron's fans is getting mad that um, the narrative now is not being pushed the way they want it to be pushed for LeBron now because people are getting tired of just being quiet and watching the circus. For a lot of years, I was sitting back keeping game and how they were trying to delete Kobe using LeBron James. That's when I really, really started losing respect. And then when I started seeing he was acting, how he was acting towards, in the aftermath of Kobe's death. I'm not talking about them fake tears and acting like he's grieving and stuff. I'm talking about him not showing up to the funeral. Um, every time, ever since these things has been coming out, or information has been coming up about LeBron and these comparisons to Jordan and all that stuff, and then when they would mention Kobe, it's like LeBron should have been the one to be like, look, y'all shouldn't even be putting me in the discussion. I don't want to be in the discussion, but if you guys are gonna put me in that discussion, you need to acknowledge these other players too. You need to acknowledge Kobe. You need to acknowledge Kareem. You know, I mean, even when Kobe was playing, Kobe was saying like, "Nah, I'm nowhere near that stuff." He was just that humble enough to be like, "Look, I don't even want to be put in that discussion right now. There was a lot of all-time greats that came before me. I'm just honored to be in the discussion with these guys." But on the other hand, King James want everybody to look at him as the outright greatest of all time in the NBA. And even his fans, that's not really true. But because they like him and they worship him, they want to make people believe that that is really true. But once this man, really, they're going to wait till he retires. But once this man is officially retired, or once um, the powers that be realize that, okay, enough's enough, we cannot continue to cover up for this dude. He's made us more than enough money. We don't need him anymore. That's when his fans and all of these delusional people who are blinded by the uh, LeBron James uh, circus, they're gonna have to humble themselves and they're gonna have to double back and say to themselves, "Now look, man, all right, we was tripping. We was just caught up in the moment. People get caught up in the moment. They don't think about what's on the surface. They just kind of get caught up in the moment and they accept what is in that moment at that time, whether it's right or wrong. Me, I'm different. I don't need to. I don't need to see someone being promoted or highlighted in a certain way for me to be realized or for me to tell myself like, oh, this person is important. Oh, this person is really what they say they are. No, if if I've already made my assessment and if I already feel like um, this person is credible or not credible, then I'm gonna stand on that. I don't need millions of people to follow and support some one person for me to be convinced and say, oh, yeah, okay, you know what? Maybe let me follow suit because millions of people think this person is that. So maybe that person is. Nah, I have my own mind. I am my own leader. I don't need to follow people. I don't need to be a sheep and just go along with the get along. And that's a difference between um, leaders and followers. It's a difference between masters and slaves. And it's been interesting to watch um, how people easily are controlled by narratives and imagery. There's too much imagery. There's too many distractions out there that people are easily influenced by. But we live in this time right now where people don't think for themselves no more. Nobody wants to uh, process and analyze something. Some people don't want to study something and take a look back at someone or look at someone from their own lens without looking at someone from the lens of the media or the powers that be. I don't care what fans and media think about someone. If I don't agree with something that someone did or said, I'm not rocking with them. I don't care who they are. You could be the president. You could be uh, any ancient character. You could be a biblical character. You could be Jesus Christ. I wouldn't give a damn if I see something in you that's not credible. I'm not rocking with you. But we're in a time right now where people want to rock with people that are liked or that are popular. Just like in school. Remember when we was in school, growing up in school, people wanted to fit in, they wanted to be accepted. And usually the person that was really popular, like if there was a dude that was popular um, in your school, you're gonna keep a close eye on them. You're gonna see how they move, you're gonna see how they dress, you're gonna see how they act, you're gonna see what type of girls they attract. Or vice versa. A popular chick, chicks don't kind of want to mimic what that chick is doing so they can get the same attention that they're getting. But the ones that was popular in school back then when we went to school, look at them now. Do they look like that? Are they as popular as they were before? Did they live up to the hype and the expectations that people had of them because of how popular they were in school? No. There's a lot of people that I went to school with that was popular, whether it was you know sports or whether they was just popular from their style, their looks, or their family or money. A lot of them look washed up now. A lot of them don't even, they look down bad right now. Whether whether they got money or not, they're not doing as good as they were when they were in school. They didn't live up to that hype, and that's because it was a fake hype. It was a persona. It wasn't really who they really were. But because of the crowd and the popularity that they gained, they developed this ego and this mentality, and that kind of was their curse at the end because they thought that they could still keep that same mojo going until they realized, like, okay, I got to grow up. It's time to grow up now. It's no more trying to be this high school popular kid. Them days are over with. So fast forward to now, it's like y'all don't have to keep rolling with the people that's just popular now because the media or the powers that be is pushing them. You know, why don't you make your own assessment? Judge the character, not the content. Judge the character of that person. If that person's character is respectable, then you can respect that. But if that person's character is not really as respectable, and it's really more the media and this fan fanboyism pushing this person, then you might not want to even go that route. You might want to take a step back and observe what you're processing because it's not really wise to just look at someone the same way everybody look at them. You know, make your own personal judgment. Anyway, LeBron James is they're not the media is not going to talk about the steroid stuff. They're going to avoid it at all costs because LeBron James is their prodigal son, and they know what they were doing. They knew they had him on steroids. They knew they were going to try to do everything they could possible to make him their goat. So people like us could say, "Oh, wow, he is the GOAT, man." Damn, man, can't believe we were sleeping on this guy. Of course, Jordan was around and Kobe became, but look at him now. Look at LeBron. He don't have that many championships as the greats, but he's the all-time leader scorer. He leads in all stat categories. Since when does stats make you the greatest? That's to me that's contradicting because Kareem was number one all-time scorer. They didn't make him the GOAT. He had 6 rings and he was the all-time leading scorer prior to LeBron James passing him up in all-time scoring. Nobody said nothing to Kareem. John Stockton leads the league in all-time assists, I think, and steals. Should we go John Stockton? Steph Curry has just as many rings as LeBron James with one team, and he's the all-time leader in three-pointers made in the NBA. So why should we put LeBron over Curry? Curry has really a better, I mean, minus the stats and stuff, but really he has a better, more respectable resume because he didn't have to play super teams. He didn't have to collaborate with a whole bunch of other all-stars and top 75 players to win championships. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant coming to the Warriors was not Curry's fault. But either way, Curry was going to give LeBron problems anyway. He was going to still go to the finals. That's why his record against LeBron James is perfect. Like, how are you going to put LeBron over Steph Curry? But Steph Curry has a better record against him in the finals and a better resume in regards to he don't have that many blemishes. He don't have that many shortcuts. He don't have that many. He don't have no allegations. Ain't nobody accusing Steph Curry of being on steroids. Nobody's look. Does Steph Curry look like he's on any steroids? This dude is small. He still gets injured. He's human. But LeBron James just seems to have always been this guy to avoid major injuries all the time, and he seems to be this guy to always find a way to just endure in the league. But this steroid stuff makes sense now, as to why he's been still playing at a high level and has not slowed down and declined. I'm in my 40s. Everybody, every athlete that you see that's in their 40s, they look like they're in their 40s. They're looking older. LeBron James is the only person I've ever seen who's in his 40s, excuse me, who still look like he's in his 20s, or his body is like he's in his 20s. Pause. But you know, cheaters never prosper though. So you still gonna get exposed on certain aspects because steroids don't make you shoot the ball better. Steroids don't so much make your maybe it might help with your IQ, but more so it just helps you to just stay healthy and gives you longevity and helps you to last a lot of minutes. That's why this man at 39 years old can still play 40 plus minutes in a game and he'll be just fine. But then there's times where when he loses, he'll act like his ankle is sore. And it's like, stop lying, bro. I don't know why people be falling for this clown energy stuff he be on. But one of these days, some of y'all gonna wake up and realize, like, you know what? There's a whole lot of brainwashing and mind controlling going on, and y'all gonna realize that LeBron James is the key to a lot of the distractions going on this planet right now. Not just in the sports world, but just in general, because COVID was a big part, especially after Kobe died. And right after Kobe died, my attention was directly on LeBron James, and I've been seeing how he's been moving ever since then. Since he passed up Kobe in all-time scoring, then the next day Kobe dies, and then LeBron James has they've been really pushing him to be this GOAT, not only to be the GOAT, but to be the king of LA and to wipe the memory of Kobe away through LeBron. And I wouldn't be so suspicious of him if he didn't find ways to avoid going to Kobe's funeral, but then he fakes injuries, and he's acting like he's hurt, and he's dancing at Super Bowls. when they have the statue reveal for Kobe Bryant, he don't show up to the statue reveal, but he got time to go to the. But the following week, this year, he's at the Super Bowl chilling. So you ain't got time to go to the statue reveal for Kobe, but you got time to go to Super Bowl the following weekend. He's jealous. He's selfish. He's jealous and he's selfish. He don't want to be nowhere where someone else is being highlighted more than him. He don't want to be nowhere where people are getting more praise and love than him. He wants the world to see him as the outright savior. Like I said in my other live, he is the King James version. Just like they gave you the King James version of the Bible, they gave you a King James version of a hero, a fake hero, through this guy. And this is y'all's king. So we're gonna watch y'all's king fall. I'm not gonna laugh at it because I already know he sees more. You know, I would feel bad for him if he had more of a heart and wouldn't have so much ego and wouldn't be so much of a narcissist. But real talk, they came after him when he was a kid. He was a child when they were calling him King James and calling him the chosen one. So it's he was a kid, but he's still a kid in the mind. Like he's a grown man, but he's still childlike. That's why he do all these weird handshakes with his teammates. He wants to learn a new handshake with for every teammate, but he don't know how to learn a new form of leadership and how to lead and will his team to win the games, important games, and to help lead them to another championship. That's probably why they had to bless him or bless the Lakers with a bubble championship in a way in the aftermath of Kobe's tragic death. And then, since he's been struggling ever since he couldn't get any championships after that bubble championship, what happened? No, they figured, oh, let's create a in-season tournament. Let's get him a in-season tournament so we can help the Lakers win the first opening in-season tournament championship, and then LeBron can still shake his champagne bottles and still celebrate. We can still say he's the king because he has an in-season tournament championship now. Goofy, dog. Like, come on. All this stuff is just to keep LeBron James at king status, I guess, or to try to make the league still see him as the number one top player in the NBA. He's never been a top player in the NBA. He wasn't a top player uh, post Jordan. He wasn't a top player in Kobe's era. He was never the best when Kobe was playing. And then after Kobe left, to be honest with you, the only era that you could say LeBron was the best in the world at one point in time was probably 2012 to 2014. That's the best years I can give LeBron James, 2012 to 2014. And those allegedly are the years that he was on steroids. Those are the years allegedly was the years that he was doing his little extras to get himself um, a little more an advantage, But he still only got 4 rings out of that when he guaranteed Miami that he'll give them 8 rings, 8 championships. You ditch Miami, you run to Cleveland, run back to Cleveland when you see Kyrie is taking over that city and all the fans were showing him love. If Kyrie was still if he was still in Cleveland right now, Kyrie wouldn't have nowhere near this bad reputation that he has right now, thanks to LeBron, you know. But unfortunately, LeBron seems to always sabotage his players or guys that played alongside him, whether they won with him or not. It seems like after he disconnects from them or when they leave, all these other players, their career just uh, seems to decline. Everybody that's played alongside him, But it's just something that you just got. It's just something to just behold and watch because it's a lot of stuff I've seen behind this character where I just be shaking my head like, what is wrong with these people? Y'all retarded to even think this is cool. This is credible. How is this respectable? How do y'all support a crybaby, cheating, sore loser, team hopping, ring chasing clown like this dude? KD destroyed LeBron James in multiple finals. Curry destroyed LeBron James in multiple finals. How you gonna call LeBron James the best and all this. I don't care what stats he got, but he can't even stop the best players. He gets cooked by the best players. Is LeBron better than KD? No. Is LeBron better than Kawhi Leonard? No. Is LeBron better than Greek Freak and B Jokic? None of these dudes. I mean, LeBron, he ran out of time because when he had his chance to try to be the outright greatest player, despite the push that the media gives him, he failed. He failed when he left Cleveland. He didn't have enough patience to grind it out and work to get a championship for Cleveland, get multiple championships with Cleveland, not just a one and done. Say Cleveland, this is for you, and then leave them. How do you do that? How do you supposedly win a championship for your team in Cleveland? But Cleveland's not important for enough for you to finish your career there. Cleveland ain't important for you to ride it out, ride out in the sunset with the team that drafted you. Interesting, interesting. But you run to LA to try to bury the legacy of the greats that came before you, especially Kobe. They used LeBron James to bury Kobe's legacy, and he still ain't surpassed Kobe. He sure ain't surpassed Kobe in championships. He ain't surpassed Kobe in winning, and he damn sure ain't supposed to surpass Kobe in popularity, whether it's in LA or in the world. He still ain't more popular than Kobe Bryant, and that's what he hates. He hates the fact that he's still not looked at. He always wanted the same praise that everybody was giving Kobe. He wanted the same praise that everybody was giving Jordan, but he can't get it because he didn't earn it. You can't buy recognition. You can't buy rewards and then let somebody present you with that same reward that you bought. I mean, it's an example, but how you buy a reward? You put all this money. You put money into the media to protect you and the image of you. So that's the main reason why they don't talk about this stuff on ESPN, First Take, Undisputed. Nobody wants to talk about this Labalco stuff. Nobody wants to talk about the steroid use. Nobody wants to address what Chael Sonnen said. They're gonna just act like he don't even exist. But when it comes to pushing him as the GOAT and this 40,000 stuff and all this other crap, oh, we got time to talk about that. But when it comes time to talk about the accusations and allegations, nah, crickets. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's all right though. Keep covering it up because when it blows up, it's gonna blow up in all y'all face. And don't play dumb. Don't act like y'all don't know what was going on. Don't act like it wasn't some foul stuff going on because y'all do know what's up. It's just a lot of y'all are sheep. A lot of y'all are afraid to stand for something. Y'all afraid to stand on something, and you're afraid to stand for something. And this is why y'all want to be a part of the crowd that's following this demonic, satanic, Zionistic, Baphomet worshiping ass goofball in LeBron James. This nigga done so many rituals and worn dresses, purses, skirts, high heels. This is y'all's kid. No, you ain't never seen any of these real greats or this satanic ritualistic stuff this clown has been doing. And then you wonder why they're making him out to be the GOAT. Of course, when you do all of this stuff, that all of the rituals and all of the humiliating things to make your masters happy, of course they're gonna work overtime to make sure that we look at LeBron James as the outright GOAT or as this great player, or not even this great player, this great man. They're trying so hard to promote this image of, oh, he's a great family man, great father, great, he's faithful to his wife and all this other stuff. But then when all of these steroid allegations is getting heated, it's just getting too hot in here. Y'all trying to throw a monkey wrench in it and trying to throw everybody off. Now y'all want to try to make it seem like LeBron James has some infidelity problems now, just to distract us from the steroid shit. Knowing damn well LeBron probably don't have nothing to do with LeBron messing around on Savannah. I don't even think he's cheating on her. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. I don't care. But it's amazing how they're trying to distract us with that to make people gossip and talk about the possibility that he's cheating on his wife, only to try to distract us and make us forget about the steroid stuff. It ain't gonna work. Nice try, but y'all fell miserably. Y'all think people stupid. We're not stupid, dog. We see what y'all doing. Y'all moving the goalposts. Y'all don't want to address the allegations, so y'all want to create some allegations and say, "Oh, LeBron James, he may have something going on with Jenny Butts. Oh, LeBron James may have snow bunnies. He might have some white girls on the side. He's cheating on Savannah. Did you hear about that? No, nigga. Did you hear about these steroid allegations, nigga? Let's stay on topic. Don't try to run. Stop running. Y'all cowardly. All this money and power y'all got, but y'all so scared to address what's being talked about. So stop being scary. Stop running around behind the scenes, behind the media. Stop paying people to say what y'all want them to say to the people to try to run, to try to cover up something. Because you're not going to get away with it. You can run, but you cannot hide. That goes for all of you clowns. You can run, but you cannot hide. So stop running and stop hiding. If you're a man, be a man, stand on your square, and speak up and man up. Because all of this old goofball stuff, running behind the scenes and allowing certain platforms to speak for you, it just shows how much of a coward you are. That's why I don't respect no man that can't speak his mind and speak up for himself. If you got to keep behind the scenes and you don't want to address stuff when people accusing you of stuff, then it says something about you. I'm not saying that you have to address every single thing because somebody that's in his position, you don't have to address people like myself. But I'm talking about when you got people on big platforms who have a name, who are celebrities, bring your name up in allegations. You should say something because if you're a billionaire and you scared to say something, then maybe you are guilty. If you're a billionaire and someone who is a small time millionaire is accusing you of cheating the game, you should say something. If you don't have nothing to hide. So if you're innocent, you shouldn't be quiet. If you're innocent, you should do whatever you can to prove that you are innocent, especially if your legacy and all of those accomplishments you've been getting is in jeopardy because you might have cheated the game, because you might have used some steroids to gain an edge. It's almost as if they pre-planned this. They're saying, look, all we got to do is keep you active for this period of time. We've already done the calculations. As long as you average this per game, you will hit this goal of 40,000 plus points. And you can still keep surpassing that. You can get to 41,000 points. If you keep doing this and you keep taking our products just to keep you healthy and just keep doing what you're doing. You drive to the ball, drive to the court like a linebacker. We're going to get you to the line at least 10 times a game. Get you a couple of layups, get you some dunks, get you a three or two. And we have all the talent around you every year to make sure that you get all the stats you need. Anybody, come on now, anybody in the league can thrive as much as LeBron James has been thriving if he had the backing and support that LeBron has. So I don't buy all this stuff. Man. It's you know I can't knock the young generation. I'm talking about the young generation. I was probably born in the 2000s. Yeah, in the 2000s or early 2000s. LeBron is their hero. I mean, I'm not knocking that because every era has its own heroes in a way. But sad to say to you 2000 babies, heroes have to earn that status. Is LeBron James a great player? Yes. Is he a legendary player? No, he's not a legend because of not even including the steroid stuff. Let's just talk about his the route that he took to get his accomplishments and his pedigree. He's not a killer. He's a sore loser. He doesn't like to finish games when he knows he's about to lose a game. He don't want to finish games. He wants to. He don't even want to be in the picture. He don't even want people to see him. He wants to go in the back, cover his face up, and I don't know, do what he do. Maybe invent another new handshake to develop with his teammates, so when they win again, they can do their little retarded shit. Really, in my opinion, childlike behavior, child's play. But anyway, discipline, respect, and leadership. That's what you should go by. Your motto. You have to be an athlete. Discipline. You got to have some self discipline. You got to have discipline to um, be respectful and listen to other people. And the respect. You got to respect people. You got to respect them. You got to have respect for yourself first. You got to have enough respect for yourself to not compromise yourself, to not degrade yourself, or do something strange for a little piece of change just to get some type of popularity or glory. Because what profits the man who will sell his soul to gain the whole world, only to lose himself? And then the leadership part. Are you a leader? Are you a leader or a follower? Are you easily influenced by what people tell you? Do you do your own research? Do you do your own studies? Do you think for yourself? Or do you listen to the news, or you listen to what people report and you say, oh, dang, did you hear so and so and so and so? Or do you hear it? Do you hear or see or read what's reported if you can read? And do you ask yourself, or do you make your own assessments and say, okay, that makes sense? Or, that don't make sense. That's where this common sense comes into play. Sense ain't common, but if you have common sense, you would use your brain to uh, determine if something makes sense to you or not, or if something is credible. So, lesson learned. If you can't learn anything from LeBron James, this is what you can learn. Learn how to sacrifice. When I say learn how to sacrifice, I'm not saying learn to sacrifice somebody to get something, fame, and riches. I'm talking about learn to make sacrifices. Learn to take the time and put in the hard work. Those are the type of sacrifices I'm talking about. Put in the work. Put in the time and the energy to get to the goals that you want to be at. I'm not talking about just sports. I'm just talking about whatever it is in life. Make those sacrifices. It's gonna take some time. Sometimes your goals, things that you want to get to, won't come right away. And I think the biggest challenge today is patience. Nobody really has patience. Everybody wants everything now. They want to be rich now. They want to be a celebrity now. They want to be successful now. But life don't always work like that. You got to grind. You got to work towards it. And not everybody's going to accomplish the same things that other people accomplish. So you got to be careful not to try to make desperate attempts just to get accomplish something that somebody else accomplished already. Because once you accomplish that and you get to that goal, okay, what's next? It's going to be your drug now. You just want to keep getting to that level and keep doing it. But at what cost? What price are you willing to keep gaining success? Are you going to work harder, or are you going to do more to gain an advantage, even if it's cheating? When Kobe played, Kobe didn't have to take nothing because his drug was the gym. His drug was the basketball court. The time he put into it, it showed. And it showed so much that he wore himself out. This is why he tore his Achilles. This is why he suffered, he uh, dislocated fingers, had serious sustained a lot of ankle and knee injuries because this man put a lot of mileage, time, hard work, and energy into his body. He didn't have to spend $1 million a year just to keep his body going. No, he did it the natural, the supernatural way, which was working hard. When you cheat the game and you take in products and substances to keep your body and to maybe activate or draw more red blood cells to be strong, and it's gonna backfire after a while. Your health gonna start declining. Your looks, your features are gonna start looking weird. It's gonna be some significant changes, and then it might cut your lifespan, or it might cut off your real spiritual purpose and your spiritual access to the other realm. When you go that route, you gotta be careful, man. You can't always trust these white folks with and trust that their products is good and healthy for your body. You know, I mean, you can't. How you gonna trust this the very people that cheated life just to gain power? When they came up with the weapons of mass destruction and gunpowder and stuff like that, and they've learned how to invade other people's lands, indigenous people's lands, just to get their minerals, their soil, their their food, and their riches, their gold, their silver, and all of that. It's a price because looking now and today, there's this is the worst, just America in general. This is the most bloodiest country in the world because of the inventions that the forefathers of this country put forth. And now they can't even control their own kids. Their own kids are shooting up schools. Their own kids are taking their own lives. Their own kids are mentally deranged to where they got to be on a drug, a substance, just like the same substances that LeBron has to take to keep maintaining his longevity. There's substances that a lot of these people who are the offspring of the forefathers who started this country, a lot of their kids are on substances just to stay sane. Because if they don't have a pill in their body or some type of drug, they will kill. They can start mass murders. They can start killing massive amounts of people because they don't have a drug in their body to sustain them and balance them out. They might kill themselves because they don't have a drug in their body to sustain them and balance them out. They're definitely not getting the sustainment and the balance from their parents because their parents don't know how to raise them. Their parents don't know how to love them. They're just giving them the things that they want and need. You can't just give a child, everything they want and need. You're not making them work and earn to get to the level that they need to be at to um, survive in society without feeling like you're detached or like you're not fitting in. But that's the mistakes a lot of parents make. And it's not just white kids. This is just kids in general these days because there's a lot of parents that it's you parents that were born in the no, well, let me not because see, his parents that was born. There's people that was born the same years as me or in the '80s like me, and they some horrible parents too. But I've noticed that the '90s parents, the ones that was born in the '90s, and some of the ones that was born in the early 2000s, but it's like they don't know how to raise their kids. They don't have the time or the patience to really properly develop their children, and it's too much nurture and not enough discipline. I see too many fatherless children. Whether it's the father's fault or not, but that child is the one that's suffering. And I'm seeing too many children without fathers, and it's a lot of mothers who take care of their kids. They give them the clothes, they give them the food, um, they make sure their kids have what they want and need, but they're not really properly raising and structuring these kids because they got their hand out. Okay, mom, I want these new Jordans right here, mom. These Jordans might come out. I need them, mom. Like, you know, the stuff these kids depend on and want is the most ridiculous stuff because they're not working for it. They could be failing classes. There's a lot of these kids that can't read, they can't write, they can't spell, they can't add, subtract, multiply, nor divide. But they can tell you how many what new Jordans is coming out. They can tell you what the new song is coming out by NBA YoungBoy or the baby, little baby. But they can't tell you not one. They can't solve not one math problem. They cannot spell an easy word. They cannot read and they cannot write. All they doing is this: texting and posting stuff. We got to do better, man. But LeBron James is a perfect example of that too. He never really had to work for anything. He never had to grind. He never had to earn anything. You know, he was talented. He was skilled, and people saw a lot of promise in him. And they were like, you know what? I like him. He's going to be the next. He's going to be the next greatest of all time. We're going to do everything we can to get this young man to the status we need him to be at anyway. We don't like this Kobe character, so we're gonna make sure LeBron surpasses this guy, and Kobe's gonna be deleted soon anyway. So let's just keep our eyes on LeBron. Keep giving him everything he needs to get to the level he needs to be at. But the difference between, for example, Jordan um, and LeBron, or even Kobe and LeBron, is Jordan and Kobe had parents. Jordan and Kobe were raised up in a household that had some balance, even if it wasn't perfect, even if it was issues between the mom and dad, it was still some balance. He had a nurture and he had structure and discipline from the father. LeBron didn't have no father in his life. He didn't have a father, and it goes to show because he has a lot of female tendencies. I'm not saying that it's his fault, but also he don't have really respect. He don't respect his elders. He don't respect men in general. You know, in his eyes, he feels like it's all about him, and he acts like he has respect and he pays homage to the guys that came before him, but he really don't. He don't care. He more cares about what the young generation thinks about him, and he cares about being worshipped and uplifted by the young generation, so that he can still keep getting away with what he's getting away with, because there will always be an excuse for him, and he don't even have to make an excuse for himself. He ain't got to say nothing. His fanboys and his cults and his LeMedia is doing the work for him. He's spending millions of dollars a year on his body. I wonder how much he's spending a year on the media. Anyway, y'all pray for that boy, because him having grown up with an absentee father is showing you how your mentality can be and how you could possibly end up if you don't have a balance. You know. But and one last thing before I let y'all go, they make him out to be this such a great person, but not once did anybody hold LeBron responsible for what he did to Delonte West. Delonte West didn't force LeBron's mom to have sex with him. That was LeBron's mom's decision. Mom gotta have a life too, right? Remember on Baby Boy? Mom ain't mom. What she say? Mom can't have a life too. So because the rumor, I don't know who said it. Maybe Delonte, revealed it to one of the teammates. Say, hey, I'm smashing LeBron, mom. You know that, right? Hell yeah, dog. Who knows? Who cares what happened? But for LeBron to be okay with Delonte down bad for years now, being homeless, the NBA has said nothing. His teammates have said nothing. LeBron's mom has said nothing. Shame on LeBron's mom too, to allow that to happen, to allow a man that she used to have sex with on her son's team to be thrown on the streets, to be put in a situation where he has to resort to drugs, all because her son got mad at him and her for having sex with each other. That's not fair. That's not right. So LeBron is just this perfect guy, but his former teammate who used to have sex with his mom on the streets, mentally deranged now, strung out on drugs, homeless. Nobody says nothing. So he's just this great guy. But one of his former teammates is down bad. You can at least make sure that the young man is okay for at least month to month. You know, the least LeBron could do is make sure Delonte West has 10,000 a month. I mean, I would get him in some kind of program, drug rehabilitation program too now. But there's no excuse for why Delonte West shouldn't have everything he needs every year. There's no reason why Delonte should be on the streets. There's no reason why Delonte should have to ask for or want food. There's no reason why Delonte should not have transportation. There is no reason why Delonte West should be able to have the opportunity to do whatever he chooses to do as far as starting a business or program, something for kids. Because I know Delonte still has a big heart and has a good heart. He's just unfortunately he's in a bad situation right now to where the NBA kicked him out of the league pretty much because of this situation with LeBron bitch ass James. Excuse my French. But this whole ass nigga allows his former teammate to be on the streets because he had sex with his mom. That's some foul stuff, dog. It's foul, bro. But karma's a bitch, man. And what goes around comes around. So LeBron better be very, very careful. Because I can see, anytime I've seen LeBron's mom, she looked like she has a whole lot of hurt, a lot of guilt, and a lot of regrets in her life. And LeBron can use the media and the powers that be to try to protect his mom and protect his own sins. But everything will come to the light. It's going to blow up in his face and in his fans' face. And, you got to be held accountable. You got to take accountability and you have to be held accountable for when you just do people wrong, you know. So not only have they been doing everything they could to lie for LeBron and to even delete Kobe through LeBron, that's why they brought him to LA. But they've also allowed LeBron to destroy other people's lives and not even hold them accountable for it. So let's not forget some important stuff, some key things that has happened before this man was being pushed as this outright goat or whatever, or as this savior, this prodigal son for not only the NBA but sports. That's one of the biggest drug cheats in the game right now. You're not on the level. You're not a goat. You're not a legend, sir. You're not a Wayne Gretzky. You're not a Tom Brady. You're not a Jerry Rice. You're not uh, a Jordan. You're not a Kobe. You're not a Kareem. You're not a Mayweather. You're not anybody that is the all-time greats. You know why? Because these guys worked hard for what they needed to get, for the level they need to get to. They earned it. They worked towards it. They did everything possible right to get to success. But we're in a time where technology is so advanced. They got so many different drugs to enhance your ability. You know, there's been a strange epidemic in the last 10 years of white boys who are jumping out of the gym. I don't think nobody questions these white boys. I'm not saying white boys can't jump. I'm not trying. I'm not basing off the movie White Men Can't Jump, but there's some suspect stuff happening, dog. To where too many white people now, even in track and field now. I've been seeing like they're not winning because it's just black people. Just our DNA is just too advanced. But I've been seeing white people now. They be some of them keeping up with some black people, or some of them winning races, 100 meters. I ain't talking about cross country or long distance. 100 meter, 200 meter. I'm like, when these white people get this fast? When these white people can jump high like this? What's that boy Mac McClung? That boy's suspect. None against him, but I think Mac McClung might have taken some type of performance enhancers. I think there's a lot of dudes who are some drug cheats and them been gaining advantages. And it's especially since 2020, they seem like they really, or I should say 2016 ish, they've been really sneakily finding ways to incorporate themselves in the league. And I feel like they're not checking these white boys at all. I think they really allowing these white boys to just get away with just cheating. But because they're still not on the level of black athletes, they're not going to even sweat it because it's like, okay, it's on an even playing field now in their eyes. They feel like white people, if they take the performance enhancers, now they're on an even playing field with us, I guess. But Mac McClung, suspect, dog. And a lot of these other athletes, it's very suspect. But cheaters never prosper, dog. These drug cheats, all these guys who are cheating the game and trying to use drugs to gain more muscle, gain more speed, gain more performance and longevity, y'all all gonna go down, including LeBron James and whoever else. I don't care who you are. If you're cheating the game, I don't care if I used to be a fan of you or not. If I find that out and it's proven to be true, I'm not rocking with you. Straight up. But anyway, y'all, stand for something or fall for everything. I know this is just sports talk. There's a lot more other, way more crazier, important stuff going on in the world. But on this subject matter, still hold your integrity. Don't worship people and don't allow the media to lie to you and fool you into thinking that these people are what they say they are because they're not. So be your own leader, be your own man or woman. Don't be no fanboy. You know, we're in a time now where people don't they're not fans of a team now. They're fans of a player and they just go with that player. Wherever that player goes, they go there, they buy the jersey, they got the jersey on the last name, and that's who they rock with. A strange way to be a fan these days, but that's your choice. If you want to be a fan of an individual person and you say you don't have a team no more, that's cool. Y'all got all kind of thousand excuses for why that is, but to me, the way it was and the way I grew up was it show you whatever your team is, that's your team. You rock with them, win, lose, or draw. You know, a lot of you lame, fake Laker fans. When Shaq left the Lakers, when Kobe had that situation, um, y'all left with him. Y'all went to Miami. Y'all been broken fans ever since Shaq left. Phonies, dog. Ever since Shaq left the Lakers, y'all been phony. Y'all was traveling and following Shaq everywhere he went. And then when LeBron emerged, and they started really trying to make him the face of the NBA, y'all been following LeBron. So y'all was following Shaq first. And y'all same fans that was following Shaq, now y'all follow LeBron wherever he goes. So y'all easy to expose. Y'all easy to figure out because y'all not real, genuine, authentic fans. All y'all care about is who's hot right now, who's popular right now, who can I rock with right now. So I can say, yeah, 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 I'm rocking with the winners. I'm a fan of so and so. Clowns, dog. And for you fake LeBron fans that claim that LeBron James saved the Lakers or made the Lakers um, run the Lakers back to top form, you're an idiot. The Lakers organization has been the most popular, most historic, most respected organization in the NBA for years. 17 championships. We had 16 without LeBron, and we only earned that 17. Well, it wasn't even earned really, but I felt like we only got that 17 championship because it was a gift in the aftermath of Kobe's death the same year. But despite that, it's still not respectable to me that you clowns would would be so delusional into thinking that LeBron James saved LA. We didn't need this clown. Nobody even expected him to come to LA, dog. Nobody was expecting this dude to come out of all places. He was like, either he gonna stay in Cleveland this time, since he said Cleveland, this is for you, or he gonna probably go to New York or I don't know somewhere else. But nobody wasn't thinking he would come to LA. So him coming to LA to try to dethrone Kobe's accomplishments or what? He's failing miserably. That was the dumbest decision LeBron James could make was coming to LA. We're not counting that bubble championship, dog. But if you want to give him credit for that, whatever. But that don't mean that he's the greatest Laker of all time now. That don't mean that he deserves a statue in LA now. No. Why don't you go back to Miami and try to get a statue from them? Or better yet, why don't you go to Cleveland and see if they'll give you a statue after you come back after the third time. You left what? You left the Cleveland first time, boom. Went back, boom. This would be the third time you went back, you came back to Cleveland. But I don't even think he can do that. I don't even think he got the balls to do that now because of the fact that he has commitment, loyalty issues. So good luck with that one right there, though, because everybody's looking at you like, nigga, who do you want to be? Where do you want to be? What is your goal? What is your end goal? You know, but you chasing other people's legacy. You can't create your own legacy because every time you have a chance to start a new legacy, you don't stick around long enough to even build it. It's like you build an empire and you leave the half structure, have 1/3 of it done, but then you leave that and you expect other people to continue to build that, but still have the same respect for you. So, well, look, at least LeBron just he started building it though, y'all. He ain't here no more, but remember, he's here. He started doing the thing. So, we got to pay homage to him. No, you got to build an empire, not a structure. You got to build an empire to gain ultimate respect. Hey, man, y'all be easy, dog. Have a great day. Um, don't fall for the okie doke, and keep your mind clear and strong because brainwashing is at an all-time high, and uh, fear pushing is at an all-time high. And if you live your life in fear of what people would think, say, or do to you, you're inadequate. You're not even. You're a sheep. You're not a leader. You're not a master of self. You're just a lower vibrational being who's going off, who's just existing. You're not living. You're just existing. So let's learn to stop just existing. Let's start learning how to live and think for ourselves. Take it easy, y'all.